Hey, 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 I guess we're online. Hi, everybody. How are you? I'm so excited to be here. I'm a little tired today. It's been raining all day long and it's still raining. It's not one of those nice, cozy days, that's for sure. So, our topic today is projecting your voice. Now, what does that mean? Projecting your voice. It means that when you speak or when you sing, you are projecting from your diaphragm, right? Remember our breathing. Our breathing reflects. Now, let me show this to you. You see? So, there's my stomach. Let me see if I can put it down a little bit. So here's the stomach, right? So when I breathe in, if I'm breathing in, I'm going to expand the stomach. And when I release, it's going to go back in original position. So when I project from here, hey, did you see the way the diaphragm jumps? Hey, ha! I want you to do this at home in your own front room or your own place where you are. Hop, hey, ha. So, first of all, that's how we project our voice. That's the way it works. So, what does it sound like what do we also have to do with that? We have to have a good posture, right? We're standing a good posture, chest forward, shoulders hanging. So, when we're projecting, we want to speak or sing from our diaphragm. If I'm going, hey, you notice that? It's coming from my diaphragm. And you get a much easier sound. It's not like, hail, hail. Why do we want to project anyways? Well, because if you don't project your voice, you're going to put a lot of attention on your and resistance on your vocal cords, right? Because you're working from here instead of from down here. So once you have breathed into your diaphragm, now guys, I hope you have been practicing that because that is the most important thing about speaking and singing, right? So the second thing is when I breathe in, I want to send my voice to the end of the room or over, I always tell my students, over the the parking lot, over the garden, over the whatever, to the end of the street, right? So why do I want to do that? Well, because I have some direction in the sound then, don't I? Hi, it's like, the gramophone from earlier days. This is what we call projecting, right? It sends a sound out. So that means we have to have a round mouth. Hi, ho, every day, every day. So it's sort of like shouting, but it's not screaming, right? We're not yelling. We're not yelling. There's a big difference between yelling and projecting because if you yell, you're going to really, you're going to strain your vocal cords. And what happens here is that we take the sound from our diaphragm, actually we breathe in, we pick up the sound from here because it jumps up like a trampoline. We form the word that we're singing. I've been so blind, or from San Francisco. So you're seeing that it also has to do with your articulation. If I'm just talking like this, right, am I going to be able to project? No, I'm not, right? You can see it in my face. I'm just, or if you're just talking like this, like you're not, there's no tension in that voice whatsoever, right? Or if you're talking like this, you can't project either. Hey, y'all. Not possible, right? So we have to always have the tone in the mask, and that's in front of our face, in front of our mouth. Ah, that is the right position, right? The vowels have to be in the right position, and every word that you sing has a vowel. So that means your words that you're singing have to be at the front. So let's just take a song, for example, and you light up my life. You give me hope to carry on. You light up my days and fill my nights with song. So I've used that song before. I'm using it again to show you the same thing that we were talking about from going from your chest voice last week to your head voice. But we also, when we want to do that, we can also use the same song to use for our projecting of the voice. If I sing like this, and you, no tension, the mouth is not open, I have no gesture in my face, and you light up my life. Your jaw is not open, right? So what do we have to do? We have to have our posture. We breathe in to our diaphragm, and I'm always sending my voice in front of me, whether it's at the end of the room or across the park or wherever. I'm always sending my voice. And you, try it at home, and you light up my life, and you light up my life. Let's just speak that. And you got to open your mouth, right? And you light up. You can feel that every word is projecting from the diaphragm. My life. So you see that projecting has a lot to do with articulation, right? If I'm not articulating like this, I'm not going to have any projection in my voice whatsoever, right? Let us practice a couple of words first of all, right? First of all, I was wanting you to do, and you light up my life. And you light up my life. You give me hope to carry on. So if you just speak those words, and you light up my life, you give me hope to carry on. Let's just do that. And you light up my life to carry on, right? So did you see I was pulling on the spoken word? And you, because that's what we're doing the whole time. We're pulling on the spoken word, right? And you light up my life. Now that may sound not like singing for you guys, and it may sound like, oh, how's that ever going to sound like? But I can guarantee you, once you have practiced that, you're going to connect the words together and have the inputs from your diaphragm. And you light up my life. You give me hope to carry I'm projecting there. Did you notice that? Now I was sort of exaggerating. I was sort of overdoing it, right? So afterwards, once I practice that, I can put more contrast from the dynamics in there. So it doesn't sound like I'm, you know, I'm too loud. In the beginning, it will be loud because you're just practicing it in the beginning, okay? I will probably sing it like this. And you light up my life. You give me hope to carry on. So then I can bring the dynamics, the volume back, but I'm still projecting, guys. I'm not singing, and you light up my life, and then their intonation goes down. So you've got to practice this in front of a mirror, right? So let's practice with a couple of words first of all. So we're going to say map, mop, and I'm going to stand up again and I will show you what will happen. This has all to do, let me see, put it down here. So I'm going to show you what happens when I say the words map, mop. I'm breathing in, map, mop, map, mop, map, mop, map, mop. So did you notice that? Did you see that what was happening? That I'm projecting from my diaphragm? If you're not using your diaphragm, you can't project. Okay? If you're not using your diaphragm, if you're not using your breathing reflex, it's the respiratory reflex, then you are not going to be able to project. If you just say a word like, hello, look what happens down here. You're sending your voice because you want to reach somebody over the park, right? So you have to project your voice, right? So what happens in your stomach? Try it. Just say hello. Hello. I'm going to show you again. I don't have any room here. So I'm breathing in. Hello. Hey. Hot. So you notice the stomach goes in and it comes right back out again, right? But you don't do anything, guys. You don't have to help it. It happens all by itself because when you project, your respiratory reflex happens all by itself. Your body does it on its own. You don't have to help it. You don't have to do it. All right. This is sometimes a mistake that people make, is that they're helping their breathing reflex. You don't have to do that. Just remain relaxed with a good posture. You breathe in, hop, and all of a sudden, as soon as you send your voice, as soon as you project your voice, your breathing reflex will take place, right? So let's continue with the words. Dap, dup. You ready? Dap, dup. And you see my articulation? You see the way I've got my mouth formed? I've got some tension in the upper lip. Why is that? Because I'm sending the sound out into the resonance. The sound has to resonate. And it's not going to resonate if the mouth form is like this. Hop, hop. No, ain't going to work, guys. This is the mouth form that you want. Take a look at Whitney Houston or Christina Aguilera. How their mouth is open when they're singing. It's ah! That's how you're going to get sound, guys. Got to open your mouth. And you got to use your diaphragm. Oh, that was a little bit too much for my throat. But if you are taking your notes, your song from your diaphragm, you will not have tension in your vocal cords. You will not tense the vocal cords. You will not use your vocal cords, right? That only happens when you're overdoing it, when you're pressing on the vocal cords. What happens? They get raw, right? They're not able, they're not moving very smoothly because they're getting hard pushing on the vocal cords, right? And the vocal cords, they don't like that. So if I'm using my diaphragm, I'll never, ever, ever tense up my vocal cords. I'll just pick the note up on the way, right? It's like it's like a trampoline here in my diaphragm. Hi, hop. You hear it? I'm not tensing I'm not really pressing whatsoever on my vocal cords. Hey, hop. Let's continue with our words here. Pap, pop. You ready? You can do it at home. And pretend that you're calling over the park. Pop, 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 pop. Do you notice that my lips are very supple? When I put my lips in there. Can you do this with your lips? You should do that because we really want to have very loose using lips. We're talking like this, it's not going to work. So, are you doing it at home? Pop, pop. Now the next words are half, half. And please do this in front of a mirror, right? I put these, I think I put these words in a PDF in the unit section in our group. So you can go over there, go into the unit section and go into all of the different units. I'm sure I have these words so that you can practice them at home. I think it's in the breathing technique, right? I think that's right. It's in the breathing technique. So go in there. There's a PDF there. Open it and read it and use the words and practice it in front of a mirror. Okay? So the next words would be half, huff. Ready? I've got my posture. I've got the air in my diaphragm. Huff, 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 huff. So that's how we project our voice, right? Now, those are, I've just done a couple of the ones that I have here. Even we singers, we have to practice also speaking the words, right? As a matter of fact, when you start singing a song, you start working on a song, you should really take a very, very good look at the lyrics. First of all, you want to know what the lyrics mean. You want to be able to pronounce the words in the lyrics, because if you're not pronouncing the words, if you're just talking like this, like if you got calorie in your mouth, you're not going to be able to sing, guys. It's impossible. So I'm going to give you a little homework. I want you to take a book or take a newspaper or anything and just practice speaking it, okay? And practice it in front of a mirror because you will see if you are really opening your jaw. Most people say, I'm opening my jaw. And I said, no, you're not. And thank goodness we're in a course where people, all the others can say, no, you're not. We think we're opening our jaw because, we're not used to opening. It looks so, as if people would look at us and wonder what we're doing. But we have to do that when we're singing and when we're speaking. It's the same technique, guys. Same technique, right? So you get a newspaper, get a book, start using your words, and then take a song that you like and listen to it, listen to the original, get yourself a playback, and start really exaggerating with your articulation and project it. It's not going to sound good in the beginning. Don't worry. Don't worry what it sounds like in the beginning. It's right now you got to learn this technique so that afterwards it's going to sound really nice, smooth, round tones, okay? So if any of you would like to put a video into our Facebook group after you have practiced this, I would love that. I really would love that. And I can give you some feedback on that. So go ahead and do that. But remember, read something, get a book or a newspaper, start speaking the words. Start slowly articulating, pronouncing the words. And then after you've done that, then you can speak it normally. If I were to speak a normal text, I would say, we will need this process later on during singing. Please remember to release your abdomen immediately after the first impulse. Inspiratory type, the first impulse contrary to the expiratory breathing type. So you see, I'm really articulating, but it doesn't look like it's over exaggerated, right? So, and then we're going to apply that to singing. And I would love to see how you're doing that. So if there are any questions, I can't even see. Let me have a look if I can see. No, I don't want to do that. Let me have a look and see if there's any. Oh, I think I'm gone now. Let me have a look here. Let's have a look and see if I can see anything here. Oh, there we are. Okay, I don't see any questions. Hello from Borken. Oh, hello, Denise. How are you, Denise? But no questions. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Let me hear what your questions are. Are you having any troubles with this? Most people have difficulties. They're speaking their words too wide, right? It's not going to work that way. You've got to really have a round mouth when you are projecting your words. Okay. All right, that's it for today. We're only going to do 30 minutes today. And yeah, if you would still like to take part in the challenge, go ahead. You can take part on it, even if it's almost over. I'm adding another day or two onto it because some people got in a little late, because I'm going to be giving a prize for the person who has been taking part on the challenge the most. Is going to get a lesson, a whole private lesson from me on Zoom, and I will work with you on your voice. So if you want to do that, you get on there and do the challenge. Otherwise, also it's going to help you when you start thinking about what's holding me up, what am I afraid of, what am I going to do to overcome it. It's a great little it's just a little challenge. It doesn't take that much time. Okay, and on Wednesday, I'm going to be doing an interview again with Chrissy Agostina, and Nathan Spell is going to come on it too. And we're going to be talking about getting over stage fright. Okay, that's a really important topic for us speakers and singers. People, they all of a sudden they forget their words, they forget their lyrics, they forget everything. They don't know what tone to sing because they're so full of fear. Okay, guys, it was nice having you here today. Take care, and we'll look forward to seeing you. Oh, hey, would anyone like to get some coaching? Please put that in the chat today. I would like to do a coaching on our Friday online vocal coaching party, okay? Take care. Have a great evening. See you soon. Bye-bye.